Hey y'all, how are ya? Chris, Doris, welcome Doris. Hey Taffy, if you guys are still here, because that was earlier. Hey Wom, Otto, where you been? Watcher, y'all still here? Well, Taffy's still here. How you doing? Did you guys have a good weekend? I know StreamYard's delayed, so I won't see your comment maybe right away. Did y'all have a good weekend? Hey Nico. Good, Wom, good. We had a lot of snow. A lot of it. Well, I mean, it could have been worse. My brother got 12 inches. Lafayette got more than we did, believe it or not. But you know me, I'm a homebody. It didn't affect me. Well, it did affect me. I was not able to go see my grandbabies, so I had to FaceTime them. So it did affect me. But other than that, so wait for some people to come in and then we'll get to it. I am bothered by this case. I'm very bothered. I know, Watcher, right? It better get over it. I don't think we're expecting any more this way. Cold though, I know, but I hope it's not that day. Yeah, I know it's going to get really cold, so we're going to have some ice this weekend. And I know, Watcher. You could fly. Just kidding. Hey, Sharon. How was your weekend, darling? I'm really frustrated about this case. So I'm going to wait just a little bit and I'm going to get into it. Um, I know I didn't get it posted until today late. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, mine was quiet, Sharon. Snowed in, quiet. Yeah, it was cold warm. Well, you know me. If it's not at least 65 or 70, I'm cold. And well, actually, that's kind of chilly for me. But yeah, it was cold warm. It was. Um, I know I did not get this posted till late, but I do hope that some of you were able to at least watch Lord and Arts. Awesome, John. Um, his video on this. He did excellent. If you looked at my links, there's hardly any. That's what I'm frustrated about. There's no coverage whatsoever. And what news coverage you do see, it's because of the family. Um, I mean, you punch in Kevin, and first of all, I'm not sure what his name, how it's pronounced. You know, uh, the other YouTuber I linked, and she did well. She did very well too. Um, you hear it pronounced as Kevin Nugent everywhere, but she pointed out she's pretty sure it's pronounced Nguyen. I don't know. I'm just going to say Kevin. But I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. I am not happy with the Fort Wayne Police Department in this case. Um, I don't think they did any investigation at all. I definitely think there's foul play, but I'm the dad does okay. Watcher, I didn't catch that, so thank you. So, um, no, I didn't, Sharon. I did not. I'm going to read just the little bit they have of him missing, okay? And this is from the Charlie Project. He went missing on December 8th. Endangered missing, he's classified under, from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He's a male, Asian, 25 years old, 6 foot, 160 pounds to 180 pounds. He was wearing a dark blue jacket, tan, skinny jeans, black Van shoes, and small black ear gauges. He has a large birthmark on the inside of his right thigh, wears eyeglasses, but they were left behind. I don't think they were left, okay? First off, his hair was in a short buzz cut at the time of his disappearance. He has gauged piercings in each ear. Details of disappearance. Nguyen was last seen in Fort Wayne, Indiana on December 8th. He was at the Brass Rail Bar that night and was kicked out after getting into an altercation. He paid his bill, bought pizza from a food truck, and called a relative for a ride home, which was his sister, by the way. And he was last seen on surveillance video walking through the parking lot of the Arby's restaurant in the 600 block of West Jefferson Boulevard at 2:40 a.m. Nguyen never arrived home, has never been heard from again, and his eyeglasses were later found lying broken in the parking lot of the Brass Rail Bar. He was not dressed appropriately for the freezing weather that night. Authorities stated there was no indication of foul play in his case, but the circumstances of his disappearance are unclear. His glasses weren't left, my opinion. They didn't find them that night. They found them, I want to say 12 days later. Or was it on the 12th? Anyways, they found them days later. So they didn't find them that night. So either the police didn't look very good that night, or they were found. You know what I mean? So, hi Sheila. Yes, his mother went to pick him up. Yes. He had no reason to leave and not tell anybody. He had no reason to just want to disappear. No reason at all. And he had no reason to call for a ride and then disappear. It is very sad. It's very sad. And he had an altercation that night at the bar. And we find out it's with the bouncer. There's a few theories. If you watched the video with Ashley Froud, she threw the theories out, and one one was, with the bouncer. Did the bouncer do something? And then the bouncers related to the mayor and all. There's all kind. But the thing is my frustration is any investigation at all that has went into this has been solely on the family. All the news updates and everything are only because the family are out searching or there's a vigil. It's not because of LE. And I know what I think happened if it wasn't the bouncer. But something else that bothers me is I want to, and some of you may have watched this video already, but there's a reason I want to show you this video. And it's not very long, but it's because of what the police say. I've got to get back here and share. Have I missed anybody coming in? Other than Sheila, and welcome, Sheila. Thank you for being here. I think I said hi to everybody else. Okay, I am going to share because I want you to see this video because then I want to show you something else. Whoops, wrong one. That's me.
Being that it's a national day, it's even more heartbreaking to know that it's not just Fort Wayne. Obviously, it is all of everywhere. And it's an important day for me because of Kevin, my grandson.
Kevin Nugent's grandmother helping to put up ribbons today on the string of trees downtown in Fort Wayne on this National Missing Persons Day. You can imagine how unsettling it must be to have a close loved one suddenly and mysteriously disappear from your life. And there's no explanation for what happened. Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Jackson.
And I'm Tom Powell. We're glad you're here tonight. Today is National Missing Persons Day, which puts a spotlight on this big problem. Fort Wayne's NBC reporter Jeff Newmeyer has more, including plans by the Fort Wayne Police Department to focus more attention on these heartbreaking cases.
I'm always thinking about Kevin, always writing notes about Kevin.
A little more than a year ago, Dee Campbell's life took a dramatic turn. December 8th of 2018, her grandson Kevin Nugent went missing after hanging out of the brass rail. He was captured on surveillance video at a nearby Arby's walking past the restaurant sometime after 1:30 a.m. on December 9th of that year. She's convinced he's dead and that there was foul play involved. She's less concerned about someone paying for a crime than she is about learning of his whereabouts now.
Just let me go find what's left of my grandson. Let me bring him home. You don't need what's left of Kevin. I don't care who did it anymore. I just want my grandson home.
Colorful ribbons have been tied on dozens of trees lining the street running past Headwaters Park to commemorate National Missing Persons Day. The group Java, which primarily fights for the rights of local violent crime victims, helped spearhead the tribute. Kevin Nugent's loved ones have their own personal story of pain and suffering, but they're not alone. Other families here in town long for answers about a troubling missing persons case. If you go to the city police website and click on a missing persons tab, it will take you to a page listing 8 missing persons. But if you click on read more, you find a blank page. Java did some research on a state website and claims to have found nearly 5 times that many missing persons for our area.
When these families call the police station and they say, yes, we have an active case, what exactly does that mean? Is somebody out here actively searching? Are they actively receiving tips? Like, what exactly does that look like?
We chase down all leads that we possibly can.
City police have a unit working these kinds of cases and now reports 9 active cases after 22-year-old Madison Vance was just found alive in another state. Sergeant Sophia Rosales-Scatina concedes the missing persons webpage is not updated, but the department intends to fix that.
As we speak, we're working on a program that we can get all our missing persons on there with their demographics information and ways that the public can give us information if they have it.
Look for the new improved webpage to be up and running by mid to late March. Jeff Newmeyer, Fort Wayne's NBC.
All right, thank you, Jeff. The Martin Luther King Bridge downtown will be lit up tonight with colors that correspond to National Missing Persons Day. We also want to say,
Okay, that was February 3rd. And now, on 2020, that was February 3rd, 2020. And they said it would be fixed by March. Okay, now I want to show you this. This is today. I am on their website. Okay. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kevin is on there. Do these faces look familiar to you guys? Any of them? Yep, they do to me. Now, I Googled how many missing persons, Fort Wayne, Indiana. It popped up 37 people missing. According to, and I don't know why, it wouldn't give me stats for today. I put in 2021, but for some reason it says, according to Indiana State Police, there are at least 37 people missing in Fort Wayne. And it said February 3rd. I didn't ask for that. You can see right here what I searched. Okay. And then down here, I searched that after that popped up. So now I can shut some of these down. I'm surprised but do you guys see? Now that's why I wanted to show that video. So let me stop sharing. So did you guys see my point? They said that they were working on it as we speak. That was just some officer from the beat. That was a beat officer, I think. But she says, we're working on it as we speak. And the news guy says by March, it would be fixed. That was February of 2020. We're in January of 2021, and it's got the same pictures up there. I'm not mistaken, am I, guys? Hello, Doris. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Lexi. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even notice it. For those of you that are new, Lexi's my parrot, and she likes to whistle or she likes to join in the chat. I apologize. Hello, Swifty. So they're not being truthful. Another thing that really bothers me about this is John Lorden, who, you all know he's awesome. He made a really valid point. The family mentioned that they wouldn't get a search warrant to check his credit cards, his bank records, most importantly, his phone. To ping his phone or his phone records. And from what John said, their reasoning was because they didn't think a judge would sign off on it. Like John said, it doesn't matter what you think. You're just cops. And I don't mean that the way it came out, but it's not your decision, and it doesn't matter what you think the judge might do. Follow the protocol. If the judge kicks it back, then he kicks it back. But I'm sorry. Sounds like they didn't care, or they had a reason not to care. And I know There are many missing cases, guys, all over. But this one really bothered me. Laughing Hawk, I don't know where she is, but I saw her mention it a few times. And so I've kind of been looking at this off and on since then. But it really bothers me that, and he wasn't a normal club goer. He didn't go out all the time. He wasn't a partier. He went because his favorite musician was going to be there that night. So he went there for that. And this is what happened. Sheila, I think you are correct. Oh, hi, Laughing Hawk. I think you are correct because in the comments somewhere, I thought I I thought I saw somebody say that somebody was their friend or somebody was shot and killed there. I'm not sure if that's what you're speaking of, but I remember seeing that. You're cooking, Laughing Hawk. What are you cooking? I don't know why I'm so bothered. Some cases just really get to me and some don't. And of course, this is not probably, and I don't mean to, slack on the importance of the case, but of course, this is not one of probably the worst cases that we've discussed, but some cases just bother me more than others. And this one does, maybe because I have a son, maybe because I see the pain and the hurt in the families. They've already accepted, that their son is gone, passed. And they're just begging for somebody, anybody. They don't even care. Just they're begging for somebody to tell them where he is. Somebody knows. Just, anonymously, and it can be done. Send them a message. Get a burner phone, for crying out loud, and text them, call them. I mean, I don't know. You can tell his glasses were broken. I don't know. It's extremely sad. His face, I think it's called Bringing Kevin. I'll link it. Hold on, guys, just 1 second, and I'll link it for you guys. Really quick. Give me 1 second. I'll help bring Kevin Nugent home. I'm going to link it for you guys. They do. You do have to join. You can see what's in there. It's public, but you do have to join. And I did see a post today. The father says, I understand there's a lot of requests to join this group, and I'm happy. But with recent events going on, I'm starting to be careful who is in here. I don't need another case where someone got their feelings hurt over a post. That's just part of it. So they haven't even accepted mine yet. and evidently there's a lot of people waiting to be accepted, but you still can see the posts. It's a very active group. I mean, so they really, I mean, you know, these poor parents and the sister and even the uncle, I mean, the family is just pleading with somebody. And it's I'll never wrap my head around how some people can be so cold-hearted, because you know somebody knows. And I don't think just the people that are responsible, because I believe I'm with the family. I believe that he's passed, and I believe there was foul play. I believe something really bad went wrong. That's sweet, Sheila. And another thing she mentioned, it's not really too much pertaining to the case, but if you watched Ashley Froud's video, some of her slides she put up went really fast. I had to pause on them. I probably should have tried to catch them so I could show you guys, but one of them she said about the reviews, the Yelp reviews on there. They've taken a lot of their bad reviews down. True, because I went and looked today, they only have 3. If I pulled up the right place, but I don't know how many brass rails there are in Fort Wayne. They only have 3, and they're good. But she did find one that was really bad. And it basically said it's a good place if you're looking for a fight. And it went into way more detail, but so it didn't sound like a really good place to go. Hey Dana, how you doing, honey? I haven't missed anybody, have I? Let's see what Laughing Hawk says. Just an FYI, about a year prior, another person who was kicked out of the same place wound up dead from blunt force trauma, allegedly, according to someone claiming to be a local, still unsolved. Thank you, Laughing Hawk. And another thing that I find really funny, okay, and this is just me, and this is just from me back in the day when me and my bestie used to go to the bars. Back when I drank. Not like every day or nothing, you know. But we'd go out on the weekends or what have you, and we'd go to the bars. When there'd be a fight break out or somebody was instigating, giving them troubles, you know, the bouncer would warn them once. Well, if a fight broke out, you're out. At least the bars I went to. And we would go to the good bars because, you know, bars have names for themselves. Okay. You don't want to go to that bar because it's known for this or that. You go to this bar because, you know, you're going to have a good time, no trouble, blah, blah, blah. If a fight would break out, then you're both out, usually. Now, if you're a normal, you know, that would go all the time and they know you're not a troublemaker and somebody starts something with you, then yeah, maybe that person would be thrown out. But now if you're just instigating or, you know, whatever, they'd warn you once. But then after that, you're out. But if you're having, you know, if you're giving them a hard time, they're calling the police. And usually if there was a fight, they'd call the police. So I think Ashley Froud brought that up in her video. Why didn't they call the police? Because they made it sound like, and especially in John's video, that they kicked him out more than once. So why was there more than one occasion? And why didn't they call the police? Their excuse was, well, because it would take the cops 3 or 4 hours to get here. Now, I haven't looked at their video surveillance on the outside, so I can't say, but according to her, you could see cops driving up and down the road. Either way, why don't you call the police? You could tell he was a little intoxicated from the footage of him, but then again, it looked like he was stepping up, so he could have tripped. I do that all the time. So I think the bar was in the wrong, and I definitely think Ellie's in the wrong. Definitely. And they have a whole lot more missing cases than what they've got on their site, because I've looked. Now, Fort Wayne's a big city, so their crime rate's going to be high. I'm wondering if the bar was covering up for illegal activity. Well, I don't know, Chris, but I think they know something. Somebody there knows something, and I think they're covering up something. Well, Freckled Joy, how you doing, darling? Stranger. Unless it's an all-out bar brawl, bartenders will hardly ever call the police over a fight. Well, I don't know, honey. I mean, around here, and you know what? I can't even speak for how it goes down now. Because I don't go to the bars anymore. I can only speak for how they used to. But I guess I know Chuck Bronson would know. But I mean, I just know that's how it used to be. But if they had as much trouble with him as they said they did, they should have called the police. Something's just not right with the bar or the police. And you guys know I back the blue. I really do. And there's just something not right. They didn't want to do their job. They didn't investigate. They didn't get a search warrant to, check his phone, check his bank records, nothing. And like Watcher said, well, minority, is that why? But in Fort Wayne, is he really the minority? Right, Watcher. When wrong is wrong, blue or not. Amen to that. Well, if that was true, then Indiana bars would have been shut down a long time ago. We had some rough bars, and there were always cops called. That's why I never went to those bars. But I'm just saying, something went down in that bar that led to outside that bar. And I don't know. I mean, Laughing Hawk, what do you think? This is your case. I mean, I know you have, it's close to your heart, I know, because I've seen you mention it. more than once. No, Joy, he wasn't a regular. He doesn't even go to bars. He went there that night because his favorite musician was going to be there. That's the only reason he went there. He was, I mean, he was a good guy. That bar's known for. So, I mean, oh, the other guy. The other guy. Well, it was the bouncer that the altercation was with. So, yeah, he probably did think it was his bar, but yeah. Yeah. Chris is wondering if someone else instigated the incident. I I have not missed anybody else coming in, have I? Well, some bars did. Well, I know my brother lived not right by a bar, but it was down the street from him and Champs in Lafayette. I don't know. Some of you that are local to my area, I don't know if Otto's still here. He was in the beginning. I don't know if he's ever heard of that bar. They had cops there every night. Devon Plaza, they had cops there every night. The filling station, they didn't want cops there, but sometimes they had to have them there. They didn't want the cops there because I don't know what that bar's like today. If it's even still there, I could have sworn. I think it's not there no more. But I know they didn't want the cops there. But right, Watcher, we don't know why the bouncer took him to the floor. We don't know why anything happened because nobody's saying anything. I mean, that's the other thing that irritates me the most is that there's no information out there other than from the families, and they don't know. The bouncer's not talking. The police haven't really done anything, so I guess they can't talk, right? Right, Laughing Hawk. But, if I was in that bar and I saw something, even if I really didn't know anything, but something I saw could lead to something, I would say something. Because I don't know how anybody can sleep at night. I can't wrap my head around that. I don't know why, I forgot, but I really did mean to call Fort Wayne today about that website and ask them why. It still looks the way it does. You said you were working on it as you speak. Said it would be done by March. That you'd have more missing, Why does it still look the way it does? But my mind, I forgot. Yes, Watcher, those were prescription glasses, so he wouldn't have left them there. He wouldn't have left them behind. Oh, I never heard that one, Sheila. I wonder if they made that part up. Well, nobody's talked yet, Joy, and I just feel so bad. I do. I just feel so bad for the families. I can't even hardly stand to watch their interviews. And I don't know. They're so I'm reading comments, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just, I don't know. I just, I don't think some of us know how fortunate we are. And I mean, we might, but I think we forget and we don't realize until we discuss these cases. Sheila says, I'm on his page to help bring him home. A lot of people talk on what they have heard, but of course, no real evidence to prove anything. Yeah, and that has to be sad or hard, for the families if people are discussing theories. As much as I know it has to be done, but it has to be hard for the families. So I think I agree with Laughing and Sheila. I think somebody from the bar did this to him. And I think Ellie did a shoddy job. And either they just didn't care or they're connected to that bar somehow. And if they are, I think we know how. And that's why. And I don't care. I'm back. I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't happen again. Oh, wow, Laughing. Really? Well, karma is real and it comes around, but it bites harder. And it's so sad. Mm. Chris, I don't think so, because that would have to have been pre-planned, and I don't think they really knew he was coming, right, guys? I don't think anybody knew he was going to be there that night. The bar up the block from me back in the 90s had major mafia connections. One of their patrons, whose daughter was my friend, her father's arm turned up. Oh, that's so sad, laughing. And that's something else, people, you mention things like that, the mafia, and people just laugh because they don't think they exist. Well, they do. They're very real. It does, Dana. It does. Watcher, you're funny. Can't wait to meet you. Yeah, they found his arm in the dumpster a few blocks away, but they never found his body. His poor daughter went, oh, that's so sad, laughing. The crazy thing is, this happened in downtown Fort Wayne. Plenty of cameras, and no other footage caught him besides the one across the street from the bar. I don't think he got far at all. Well, the family thinks the police have more footage and they're not sharing. At this point, I wouldn't doubt it. I do too, laughing. I hope she's okay. Well, there's still the mafia. But yeah, bikers. There's good bikers and there's bad bikers. And true, laughing. Not heard of them, Sheila. Probably don't want to. Well, I just know, I hope that somebody, the guilt overrides them so bad that they would just send a message to the family. No, I haven't, laughing. I can see that, though. Oh, really, Sheila? Interesting. I can perfectly see that. I perfectly can see that because I know another big city where, you know, so I can see that. Well, hey, Sarge, you just wanted to say hi. Well, hi. I miss you guys. You got to quit being strangers. I need to call you guys too, so I can do more than say hi. Oh, goodness, Watcher. Well, laughing, I did this for you. Well, I mean, I looked at it for you, but then the more I looked, of course, you know, it really touched me. I would just ask everyone just to pray for this family, that somebody, somehow, some way, just gets the urge, the guilty conscience. You know, they don't have to personally do it. They don't have to, you know, they can do it in a way where nobody even has to know who they are. You know, the family just wants to know. You're welcome, Laughing. I'm going to keep following it, and hopefully, you know, because I'm praying that they will find some answers. And as I said, there's a lot of missing cases going on right now. I'm sure you guys have heard of the West boys. You know, everybody's covering that. I'm not going to, but it's sad. I think there's something fishy there going on for sure. And then I shared in my group. For those of you that are not in my group, I've changed the name of my group to Truth and Justice on Facebook. Let me link that for you in case you're not in there. I would ask you to please join, because I do share I share cases that I may be looking into, but I also share cases that I think maybe, you know, y'all might want to check out, or, you know, I did share one that I'm looking at, but I'm not sure when I will do it. There's a lot of, it's Victoria Rose Smith. She was 3 years old. She died of blunt force trauma. Her adoptive parents have been charged. But people are turning it into a race thing. And it very well may be that, okay? It may be. So I'm really looking at that pretty hard too. I'm not sure the parents did it, is the thing. I'm thinking another family member may have. And my friend sent that to me, which I'm going to be visiting Friday. So I'm going to talk to her about that before I do it. But so for those of you who are not in my group, please feel free to join that. And you can share cases in there too. So yeah, there's a lot of, okay, Laughing. There's a lot of missing cases. There's a lot of unsolved cases. It's a sad, evil world we live in. Oh, and Watcher sent me a weird case today too. I'm going to look into that one too. Yes, it is Watcher. And Chris has sent me some. Chris, the last one you sent me, it went to nothing. It went to, didn't go nowhere, bud. Now we're missing a lot of people tonight. I wonder where they are. Junie Bug's not here. Cher. Mel's probably working. We are missing a lot of people. Yeah, I don't either, Watcher. What I'm gonna do is search those names and see what else pops up. Okay, so last but not least, I know maybe you don't know. ISP put out a thing today regarding Delphi. Let me pull that up. I was like, okay, because the YouTuber that put it out, I didn't know. I mean, he's gotten better, I will say. I wasn't sure if he's gotten better, but sometimes you have to wonder if he's giving us accurate info or not. So I just went straight to the ISP page, and yep, it was there. Yeah, Nico. So, it just basically says, I mean, it doesn't say a whole lot, but I'll go ahead and, let me see, I've got to share again. Diddy Watcher. Now, see, I don't watch him unless, sure, laughing, go ahead and put it in here. Thank you. Yes, it's public. Unless somebody sends me something and it's good or something. I will say I really do like Lieutenant Spivey. I really do like him. I like him. I like his thoughts on the case. Some of the things I've heard him say, I agree with. I mean, he thinks along the same lines as I do on some things. I'd love to have him on my show, which I know probably will never happen, but I really would. I did hear him say, I think, fresh eyes on the case. That's never going to happen. It's not. It's not going to. Oh, the UFO was with Spivey? Oh, wow. Okay, so let me share this real quick. I see other people sharing their screen, and it's like they got to go through all these steps. Or, I mean, I've got to, but why don't they? It doesn't seem like they do. Anyway. Okay. So, you guys see this? Want to make sure you can see it. Type a yes, please. Okay. As we approach the 4-year anniversary of the Abby and Libby murder investigation, and they sent this. Oh, why aren't? No, they sent it yesterday, it says. So I'm surprised nobody knew about it before. I get notifications from this page, but you know what, guys? I get like 100,000. I'm exaggerating, notifications, so I don't see most of mine. Anyway, though, the new public information officer is Jeremy Pierce. Never heard of him. So, as we approach the 4-year anniversary of the Abby and Libby murder investigation, and the first part I'm going to skip because we know all that, guys. But it says law enforcement continues to utilize county, local, state, and federal resources. Okay. Because I was told the FBI was not involved. To accomplish our goal, there is still a dedicated multi-jurisdictional team working on this case every day, which includes 2 Carroll County detectives, which I know is Kevin Hammond and Tony Liggett, 2 Indiana State Police detectives, and I don't know who that is anymore. And other law enforcement officers. We continue to actively investigate all tips and leads we receive by phone and email. This type of violent crime cannot and will not go unanswered. So that's basically what it said. I don't know who the Indiana State detectives are. I know Holman has not been around for a long while. We haven't seen him or heard from him. I did see a video, I mean, we've got all these. I mean, it's like I'll be researching a case, I'll search a name, and when you get to the end of all the YouTubes where there's no more for that person, Delphi will start popping up. But it's all these new people I've never heard of before, and it's like, oh, what are they saying now? What are they coming up with now? What are they doing? But anyway, this one was talking about people being retired and stuff. And Holman was one of them. I don't know if that's a fact or not, but I know we haven't seen or heard from him. I don't know, Watcher. He's probably either at work or he's working on the podcast. Oh, I thought my mom was talking to herself. Well, I heard her laughing. I thought she was laughing at a TV show. Then I thought she was talking. She's on the phone. Okay. There's the address for anybody who wants it. Oh, laughing. He may not know that. Oh, he means local characters that are suspicious, but laughing probably doesn't know that. And he probably shouldn't say it on a public forum. She probably shouldn't say that on a public forum if she knows anyways. $1:30, Watcher. 1:30. And at the old Hardee's, I thought it was Arby's. Maybe it was Hardee's. It's not there anymore though. And it is next to a car lot. And it's also okay, it sits so in a spot for anybody that is coming, by the way. No, they don't, laughing. Well, they do in Lafayette, but they don't in Delphi. But where everybody's meeting is next to a car lot. It's diagonal from Dairy Queen, and also CVS and McDonald's sits across from it. And there's one stoplight that runs there. So it sets off of Old 25 and 421. Excuse me. You are, Joy. Oh, you silly girl. I miss you, Joy. Hope you know that. Oh, Nico. I know. I want to see you so bad. Nico's my adopted son, for those that don't know. So is Greeno. Laughing, are you far away? You don't have to tell me where you're at, but I mean, I have an idea. But I can't wait till summer, Joy. So, yeah, Randy picked that spot because it's easier to find than the trails. Oh, Laughing, you are far. Okay, I don't know why I thought you were from Fort Wayne. Daggone. Yep, you're far. I know, Wom. I know. You know, I've come attached to so many of you guys, and I just hate that you guys are so far away. I know. Joy is. Yes, yes, yes. Can't wait. But you know what? Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? No matter how far away we are, who knows what can happen? Right, Wom. Never ever know. And Nico's really not that far, so he is coming eventually, and I'm going there too. Eventually. Oh goodness, Laughing. Cheesesteak. Yeah, you know, it's just so sad how evil this world has turned, but Lafayette's getting that bad too. I mean, back to Delphi, I just want to say one thing. I am frustrated, as all are. But at the same time, I do understand the silence. Watch her now. Hold on. You will be fine where you're at, where you're going to be. But it is frustrating with Delphi. But I saw a comment the other day, and it was from 2 years ago, and I can't even remember on whose channel or what. But somebody said, Dana replied to it too, in the same way I would have. He said, like a lot of people do, they need to release more. They need to tell us about the crime scene, what the crime scene looked like. And that's when I get frustrated. It's morbid curiosity. You know what I'm trying to say. And Lexi's laughing right now if you hear that. And that person um, made a second comment because somebody else said something, I think, said the public deserves to know about the crime scene. I thought, you're kidding, right? But no, there are so many people that think they deserve to know about the crime scene or how they were killed. And Dana replied, I'm paraphrasing here, but she said, what about the crime scene do you think is going to help catch the killer? I can't remember what his response was, but my response would have been exactly, Taffy. They don't owe us anything. They have only asked us for tips if we know something or if we think we know something. They haven't asked us for anything else. They haven't asked us to search. They haven't asked us to investigate. They haven't asked us to do any of that, even though people are doing such things. They've asked us not to do a lot of things, and people continue to do those anyways. But yeah, that frustrated me. Now, I do want to give a shout out to the John Lorden, of course. He is awesome. We all know that. But I do want to give a shout out to the other YouTuber, Ashley Fry, because she really cares about Kevin and his family. And that's why she made that YouTube video. Like she said, the media may interview the families for a lot longer than they do, but they only show a short few of that segment. And yes, Dana, thank you. Thank you. Right, Watcher. They many times they have said that. No enhancements, no side by sides. The enhancements only make the picture worse than it already is. You already, but we're preaching to the choir, so I'm not gonna, Thank you, laughing. Yes, Watcher. Yes, yes. And so John always says, let's start the searchlight. I'm going to say, let's turn the searchlight back on. But I think I lost my train of thought. Daggone it. Well, I'll come back to it maybe. So Vera. Okay, I did not ever know that. Thank you, Watcher. We love Vera too. I and if I did, I just, me, my memory. This YouTuber I'm going to mention here in a minute, he said this on his live. He can remember things, or I can, but he said this too. I can remember things clear back to my baby bed. I can. But ask me about something 5, 10, 15 minutes ago, or maybe even yesterday, and I'm going to have trouble. Anyway, well, let them find out. Watch her on their own. Yeah, that's a good idea, Watcher. Oh, and another thing I was going to say is I would have asked them to come on and talk. I really was going to, but they declined her interview. And I saw in the Facebook where they had sent many other people the case, but I didn't really see him respond to where he would want to, so I didn't think he or they would want to. So that's why I didn't ask. I'm going to start getting braver, guys. So I want to give this guy a shout out. I came across him. I think he just popped up, when I signed on one day. And so I thought, well, who is this guy? I'm going to check him out. He's very, very new, and he is just learning YouTube. As far as this kind, doing all this. Because he has a lot of other videos up. He's a fighter. I haven't looked at those videos, but I see them on there. So he was a fighter, I think boxer. He's in Lima, Peru. And he's just now starting to talk about Delphi. I don't think he has his own theory yet. He's just kind of put out other people's theories and letting other people discuss their thoughts in the comments. He'll go live, but he doesn't usually keep them up. I think he does that just to interact with whoever is there. He doesn't have a huge following yet because he's new. So he's discussing a little bit about Delphi, and he wants to do more on it. And Brandon Lawson is his other favorite case. Oh, who's going? Good night. I don't want to miss them. Oh, Wombat leaving. Okay, Wombat. Be safe, buddy. I love you. Wombat he's such a good person. Anybody else leaving? Am I missing it? Oh, Taffy leaving. Good night, Taff. Be safe, honey. She's getting ready for work, I bet. So, anyway, he's just beginning. So, what I have seen, I've enjoyed. He's a very nice guy. So I want to give him a shout. I want y'all to go watch him. His name is Nick. I'm probably not going to say his name right. I'm probably going to have to. Nick Graziano, I think. Hey, Otto. Welcome back. Stranger, where you been? What you been up to? Hold on, guys. Let me just look real quick. Should come right up for me because there it is. Okay. I'm just going to link him. I mean, he doesn't go off on crazy stuff, and he wants to talk Delphi more, and the Brandon Lawson case, which, seems interesting to me. I didn't know a whole lot about it when I heard he was going to do it. I went and watched a video, and so go check him out. I mean, like I said, he's just starting. So, oh, about what, Watcher? What's going on? What'd I miss? Yes, he did. He did use he's used like I do, guys. I mean, it's just sourcing. And what that does when you do that, it really helps those channels out. I mean, I don't really play them up here like that. I link them, but a lot of YouTubers do that. And he I mean, a lot of channels do that. And basically it helps those channels out, because when you see somebody else's channel on another channel, and he stated that in one of his videos. I don't know if it was live or if it was because maybe somebody gave him a hard time. But he said that in one of his videos. But when you source somebody else's video or you show it in your live, then it all it does is help that channel out, because then people see, a clip of that, then what they're going to do is run to that channel. Why did Jason get upset about it? Yeah, that's what it does. Trust me. I've sourced Gray Hughes's videos before many times. Y'all can vouch for that. Not one time did he get upset, because he knew it would help him. Are you, Chris? Yeah, he lives in Lima, Peru. He's got a little girl. She's so pretty. He's married. Yeah, the Brandon Lawson story is, I don't know what to think about it yet, because I don't know enough. I probably should, because it's, but no, that's good laughing. That's good. Well, there's Cher. Stranger, you just get home? I haven't watched all the prosecutor's podcast about it either. I just can't. I don't have time to watch a lot, because I'm constantly trying to. It's hard to. I can't explain it. All I got to say, guys, is it is not. It is not easy being a YouTuber. It is not. The guys, that link I put in here, that Nick guy, he's gonna start talking about it. But you need to subscribe to him so you'll get notifications, because sometimes he just uploads videos, but sometimes he goes live, but he doesn't keep his live videos up. At least I haven't seen him yet. But he just he was trying to share something and he couldn't figure it out. So I said, hey, use StreamYard. It's really easy to share. And I mean, he's smart because it didn't take him but a second. He was like, he commented back to me and he's like, hey, I like this thing. I think I'm going to do a live. And he did. Boom, just like that. It's like, what, man? I mean, I could tell he was a smart guy, but that was fast. Me, heck, I had to take a trip over to Cats and see it. I mean, I figured he would be able to figure it out, but dang, that was fast. Really laughing? Well, somebody left a comment. Oh, wait, maybe he did leave it up. He did leave that one up, laughing, because somebody left a comment. Because somebody thinks his brother did something to him. I'm hearing that. Like I said, though, I can't really comment on because I don't know that much about it, but I am interested to find out. I watched one video and then I watched him last night. Right, but does meth make you hallucinate? Well, I mean, if you're up for days, I know that's what happens. Who's calling, laughing? Well, something happened though, right? Because he's never been found. So somebody did something. I don't know. I gotta catch up on it, I guess. Me either, Joy. Me either. Me either. Not wanting to sleep. Oh. Yeah, laughing. Yeah. Right after I said that, I was like, my friend in Lafayette lives across the street from, unfortunately, some drug dealers, and she sees some crazy things. Oh, that's sad, Watcher. It does, Watcher. I mean, I've also been so tired that I can't sleep too. Oh, that's sad. I didn't hear about it, Watcher. Yeah, laughing. I heard that one. I think he talked about that too. Oh, my neck hurts. Well, guys, I think I'm going to sign off. We've been on for an hour and a half. I hope, laughing, that you were pleased. I hope and pray that Kevin's family gets answers somehow, some way, someday soon. Now Thursday, I let's see. Mel is going to be on Get Vocal. I'm not sure what case, but I know she's going to be on, I think, at 9. So I'm going to have to go early, probably around 7. And I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Just pray for me, though. I am having issues getting back in the routine. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I'll probably be on early, guys, okay? So between now and then, I hope I see you guys around. Pray for our other YouTubers. I hope you guys stay safe. All right. Thank you for being here tonight. Newcomers, thank you for joining. And you all stay safe. Have a good night. I'll see you Thursday, hopefully before, though, around somewhere. Thank you, Laughing Hawk. Good night, everyone. Love you too, Nico. All right, guys. Sweet dreams. Love ya, and God bless.